In 2247, the cosmos was a fractured mosaic, its stars bleeding light into jagged rifts that tore the fabric of reality. Earth, once a cradle of life, was a patchwork of domed cities and wasteland scars. Humanity clinging to survival after the cataclysm, a cosmic event that splintered the galaxy, birthing the fractures. These were not mere voids but living wounds, pulsing with an alien will that whispered annihilation. Humanity, battered but unbroken, thrived in the margins, their spirit a defiant flame against the dark. Kale Vortex, 34, was a rift warden, one of the few who dared navigate the fractures. His wiry frame, scarred hands, and eyes like burning coals marked him as a survivor of the Abyss Run, a suicide mission through a rift that claimed his sister, Lila. He operated from Nova Bastion, a domed city of scavenged tech and stubborn dreamers, its neon spires glowing against the ash-choked sky. His only family was Zara, his 17-year-old apprentice, a prodigy with a knack for decoding alien signals, her quick wit sharper than her plasma blade. The fractures weren't just cosmic scars. They spawned the wraiths, entities of shifting energy, their forms like liquid starlight, their presence a cold weight that unraveled hope. They didn't kill outright, they eroded will, leaving victims as hollow shells. The survivors called it the fading, and it was relentless. Entire cities vanished, their people reduced to dust and despair. Kale and Zara were charting a new rift when the first fracture tore open above Nova Bastion. The sky screamed, light bending as a wraith emerged, its form a writhing storm of radiance that drowned the city's neon glow. Alarms blared, and screams echoed as spires crumbled into shimmering ash. Kale grabbed Zara's arm, his pulse hammering. "Run," he barked, pulling her toward a maintenance tunnel. They dove into the undercity, the wraith's hum shaking the walls. Zara clutched her hollow decoder, her fingers flying across its glowing interface. "Kale, this isn't random," she said, voice steady despite her wide eyes. "The fractures are a network linked to a core signal, something buried in the old Zenith array, 80 miles north." Kale's instincts roared to hide, but Zara's certainty cut through. "You sure?" he asked, dodging a collapsing beam. "Dead sure," she replied, her decoder projecting a faint map of converging rifts. "If I can hack the array, I can trace their source. Maybe find a way to fight." The Zenith array was a death trap, a fortress of ancient tech surrounded by raiders and wraith patrols. But Kale saw the fire in Zara's eyes. He nodded. "We go. Together." Their journey was hell. They crossed shattered wastelands, evading wraith drones that moved like predators, their energy pulses scorching the earth. Kale's warden skills, honed through years of rift running, kept them alive, his knowledge of hidden paths outwitting ambushes. They gained allies: Torin, a grizzled exobiologist with a cybernetic eye and a vendetta; Celine, a wiry mechanic who'd lost her daughter to the fading; and Dax, a sniper with a cocky grin and a heart scarred by loss. Bound by defiance, they became a crew of unyielding misfits, their resolve a blade against the cosmos. The Zenith array was a monolith of gleaming obsidian and flickering holograms, half buried in crystalline dunes. Inside, the air hummed with alien energy, the walls pulsing with light. Zara knelt by a glowing console, her hollow decoder linked to shifting code. "This is their hub," she said, voice tight. "The wraiths are pulling energy through the fractures, from a source in the Orion Arm." A wraith materialized, its form a coiling storm of light that burned the air. Torin fired his pulse cannon, Celine lobbed an EMP charge, and Dax's shots flared, but the wraith absorbed it all. Kale grabbed a sparking conduit, his hands steady despite the fear. "Zara, move fast," he shouted, jamming the conduit into the console. The surge scattered the wraith, but it reformed, its hum a wail of rage. "I'm in," Zara yelled, her decoder projecting a star map with fractures converging on a massive anomaly in Orion, a cosmic nexus. "That's their heart. If we hit it, we stop the fading." The wraith lunged, and Kale tackled Zara out of the way, its touch grazing his shoulder. Pain seared through him, stealing fragments of Lila's smile. He roared, clinging to Zara's image. Torin and Dax dragged him back, Selene's charge buying seconds. Zara hit a command, frying the console. The wraith dissolved, the array shaking as the system died. They stumbled into the dunes, Kale's shoulder burning. Zara's map their only hope. "You okay?" she asked, voice breaking. Kale forced a grin, his heart raw. "Still kicking, kid." Orion was their target, a chance to strike back. They weren't just survivors. They were the unyielding. The wastelands gave way to the void as the crew commandeered a salvaged starship, the Iron Pulse, its hull patched with scavenged alloy. The cosmic nexus in Orion loomed, a pulsing star wound visible across light years, its light a cold blade against their hope. Kale's shoulder throbbed from the wraith's touch, his memories of Lila fraying, but Zara's fierce determination kept him anchored. The crew was a family now, forged in defiance. Torin's gruff intellect hid his pain, Selene's quiet resolve steadied them, and Dax's humor masked grief as deep as Kale's. Zara, the youngest, was their spark, her belief in a future beyond the fading drove them forward. Kale felt their trust like a weight, his fear of losing Zara a constant ache. They reached the Nexus at dawn, its light fracturing the stars above a derelict platform of alien crystal. Zara's holodecoder revealed a structure below, a wraith forge, its walls alive with radiant energy. "This is their crucible," Zara said, pale but resolute. "If I can overload its core, the fractures might collapse." Kale gripped her shoulder. "And if it fights back?" Zara's eyes burned. "We fight harder." The forge was a labyrinth of shimmering corridors, the air thick with despair. Selene hacked the entrance, her tools sparking against alien locks. Inside, wraiths glided like specters, their touch stealing will. The crew moved as one, their weapons, EMP charges, plasma lances, Torin's cannon, barely slowing the enemy. Kale's blade, infused with scavenged energy, slashed through radiant tendrils, each swing a defiance of his fading memories. The forge's heart was a chamber dominated by a swirling star orb, its hum shaking their souls. Zara plugged in, her holodecoder sparking as she battled alien code. "It's resisting," she gasped. Wraiths converged, merging into a towering mass of light. Torin roared, his cannon blazing. Dax's shots lit the dark, and Selene's charges scattered the enemy. But they kept coming. Kale stood by Zara, his blade slashing tendrils. A wraith struck, burning away his memory of Lila's voice. He screamed, shielding Zara. "Keep going," he yelled, voice raw. Torin took a hit, his cybernetic eye flickering as he fell. Selene dragged him back, her face streaked with tears. Dax fired, his grin gone, eyes fierce. "I'm close," Zara shouted, the orb pulsing wildly. The chamber shook, cracks forming in the walls. A wraith lunged for her, and Kale took the hit, pain searing his chest. His memories of Nova Bastion faded, but Zara's face remained. Dax pulled him back, voice breaking. "Stay with us, Kale." Zara hit the command, and the orb screamed, its energy spiraling. Wraiths dissolved, their wails echoing as the Nexus collapsed above. The crew fled, the forge crumbling into the void. They reached the Iron Pulse as the platform shattered, a wave of energy swallowing the ruins. Kale collapsed, Zara's arms around him. "You're still here," she sobbed, her face buried in his shoulder. "Always," he whispered, voice weak but fierce. The fractures faltered, but Zara's holodecoder pinged, a new signal, far beyond Orion, in the galaxy's edge. The crew shared a look, their faces etched with loss and resolve. The war wasn't over, but their spirit burned brighter than ever. The Iron Pulse cut through the void, its engines roaring against the galaxy's edge. The Nexus's collapse had silenced Orion's fractures, but the new signal, pulsing from a distant galactic arm, hummed with a colder, deeper menace. Kale Vortex leaned against the cockpit's viewport, his scarred hands gripping the frame. His shoulder and chest burned from the wraith's touch, his memories of Lila now faint shadows, but Zara's fierce presence kept him tethered. At 17, her prodigy mind and unyielding spirit were the crew's heartbeat, her holodecoder a weapon against the cosmos. The signal led to the abyss verge, a region of warped stars and black nebulae, where light bent and time stuttered. Zara's decoder projected a map of the signal source, a wraith monolith, a colossal structure of radiant crystal orbiting a dying star. Its surface writhed with energy, wraiths swarming like a storm of light. "This is their origin," Zara said, her voice steady despite her pale face. "The monolith powers every fracture. If we destroy it, we end them." Kale's chest tightened, his fear of losing Zara a blade in his heart. "And if it's a trap?" he asked, voice low. Zara's eyes burned with fire. "Then we burn brighter." The crew, Torrance, Celine, Dax, and Kale, were a family forged in defiance, their scars a testament to their will. Torrance's cybernetic eye flickered, his intellect unbowed. Celine's hands, steady despite her grief, worked the ship's systems. Dax's grin, sharp and defiant, hid his pain. They were the Unyielding, their spirit a roar against the void. The iron pulse docked on a jagged asteroid near the monolith, its clamps grinding against crystal. The structure's interior was a maze of radiant corridors, the air thick with a hum that clawed at their souls. Wraiths attacked in waves, their forms shifting like starlight, their touch stealing fragments of will. Kale's blade glowed, slashing through tendrils, each swing fueled by rage and love. Torrance's cannon roared, Celine's charges sparked, and Dax's shots pierced the dark, but the wraiths were relentless, reforming with every blow. The monolith's core was a chamber of infinite light, a massive orb pulsing with the weight of a dying star. Zara plugged her hollow decoder into a shimmering console, her fingers battling alien code. "It's rewriting itself," she gasped, sweat beading on her brow. Wraiths merged into a colossal entity, a wraith titan, its form a storm of radiant fury, its eyes burning voids. Torrin charged, his cannon blazing, but the titan's tendrils sent him sprawling, his cybernetic eye dark. Celine hurled a charge, scattering the titan, but it reformed, its hum a scream of annihilation. Dax fired, his shots flaring, but his grin faltered, his face pale. Kale shielded Zara, his blade slashing tendrils. A wraith struck, burning away his memory of his first rift run. He roared, clinging to Zara's voice. "Finish it," he yelled, voice raw. "I'm almost there." Zara shouted, the orb's pulse faltering. The chamber shook, cracks splitting the walls. The titan lunged, and Kale took the hit, pain searing his chest. His memories of Nova Bastion's spires dissolved, but Zara's face burned bright. Dax dragged him back, his voice breaking. "You're not fading on us, Kale." Celine lobbed another charge, buying seconds, her eyes fierce with tears. Torrin, bloodied but unbowed, fired again, his cannon sparking. Zara's fingers flew, her decoder sparking as she forced the code to yield. "Got it," she screamed, slamming a command. The orb screamed, its energy imploding in a wave of light. The titan dissolved, its wail echoing as the monolith trembled. The crew fled, dragging Kale and Torrin through collapsing corridors. The iron pulse launched as the monolith shattered, its fragments swallowed by the dying star. The explosion lit the void, a beacon of defiance. Kale woke in the cockpit, Zara's hand in his, her tears falling. "You're still here," she whispered, voice breaking. "Always," he rasped, his heart intact despite his tattered memories. The fractures across the galaxy flickered out, their hum silenced. Earth's domes glowed brighter, hope rising like a tide. But the void whispered. A faint signal from beyond the galaxy pulsed once. The crew shared a look, Torrin's eye flickering, Celine's hand steady, Dax's grin returning, Zara's fire unquenched. Kale squeezed Zara's hand. "We're not done," he said, his voice a roar against the cosmos. The Unyielding would fight on, their echoes eternal, a testament to humanity's unbreakable will.